Welcome back to Elvis and the Legends. Please like and subscribe. In 1963, Elvis left Graceland to begin shooting Viva Las Vegas. In Priscilla Presley's autobiography, "Cursing myself, I wondered why I couldn't tell him what I feared. I'd been upset ever since I'd learned that his new leading lady was going to be Ann-Margret, the fastest rising starlet in Hollywood. Ann-Margret had only made a few movies, including Bye Bye Birdie, but she'd been dubbed the female Elvis Presley. Elvis was curious about her, pointing out that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Each time Priscilla would get ready to join him in Los Angeles, he would delay her visit. "Baby, now's not the time to come out. There's a problem on the set." "What kind of problem?" "It's just that all hell's broke loose. I've got some crazed director madly in love with Ann. The way he's directing it, you'd think it was her movie. He's favoring her in all the goddamn close-up shots. Not only that, but they want her to sing some of the songs with me. Colonel about blew a fuse. Told Ann they have to pay me extra to sing with her." As she listened to Elvis rant and rave, she tried to sympathize with him and his situation, but emotionally, she was far more concerned about his leading lady than his director. "Well, how are you and Ann getting along?" she asked. "Oh, she's okay, I guess." He casually dismissed her by calling in a typical Hollywood starlet. She knew that his attitude toward actresses was unfavorable. They're into their careers and their man comes second. He'd say, "I don't want to be second to anything or anyone. That's why you don't have to worry about my falling in love with my so-called leading ladies." "Is there anything to it?" "Hell no," he said, immediately becoming defensive. "You know how these reporters are. They blow everything out of proportion. She comes around here mostly on weekends with her motorcycle. She hangs and jokes with the guys. That's it." Even after shooting had been over for 6 weeks, the newspapers were still reporting an affair daily. A few weeks later, Elvis said, "It's over, Priscilla. I swear to you, it's over. I guess I got caught up in a situation that was out of hand from the beginning. She and I come from 2 different worlds. I didn't like being exploited. I can't live like that. Don't get me wrong. She's a nice girl, but not for me." Later she walked into his bathroom, went through his makeup kit, and pulled out a telegram she knew he'd received earlier. It simply read, "I don't understand, Scooby." It was from Ann-Margret. She knew it. Scooby was a name she'd given herself. He confessed later. That line was also a title of the first hit record she'd recorded in the early 60s. Obviously Elvis had totally dissociated himself from her, cutting off their ties. "It bothers me knowing it's there," she said. She tore it to shreds and with total gratification flushed it down the toilet. "Not too much goes by you, does it? Little one, for such a little girl. You're a typical woman," Elvis said, laughing. "I guess I've got to keep on my toes." She returned his smile, but thought, "No, I'm the one who has to keep on my toes." Many years later, Elvis's close friend, Larry Geller, Elvis' hair stilts and spiritual guide, stated in his book, "If I Can Dream," over a telephone call, Elvis said, "I would never tell this to Ginger, it would only hurt her, but I'll say this for Priscilla. Of all the women in my life, she definitely has the most beautiful face. Her features are classic. I remember back in 1964, I was falling in love with Ann-Margret. You remember, it was serious. And I had to choose between Ann and Priscilla. What's really strange is they look so much alike. Like they're sisters, but I chose Priscilla. I'll tell you why. I didn't think it would work with Ann myself. Priscilla wanted to be a mother and raise children." Please keep coming back to Elvis and the Legends. Share these videos around.